see if I'm even tall enough to get in the shot here with Tom. Guy, this is Tom Loudon. He's been a client of mine for coaching in the past, and someone that was essentially a golfer, a pretty big time golfer for a lot of years that got into running, just in the last decade.
That's right.
And he likes it, he loves it. You got to kind of put the reins on him sometimes, but interesting enough, he stopped by the store today, training again, trying to get back in, get the marathon time.
That's right.
You know, pretty salty and was having some issues with being run down, so they found out iron deficient, just low hemoglobin, stuff like that, but his doctor was a runner, so kind of fill us in from there.
In your long runs, you can't do the fast finish long runs, your intervals are going so tough.
Right.
And they said it's going to take some time to get that hemoglobin count built back up to where it needs to be, especially for a distance runner. And then they also asked, because they were a runner themselves, what kind of shoes you've been running in.
Interesting.
And I told them, well, you know, I run in Newtons. I've really gotten to like these Newtons. And they said, there's something you need to be aware of. We don't see it real often, but with certain distance runners, they have foot strike, hematosis or foot strike, it was something like that. It essentially smashes the red blood cells every time you take a foot strike. We would encourage you to go to a more cushioned shoe while you're getting through this and getting your red blood count back up. And so, through you...
Yeah, Ruddy Village, so we had talked about the Bondi B's, Hokas, and you just happen to have a pair in the closet.
And I had felt guilty when I first got them because they were so cushioned, they didn't even, these are not running shoes.
Yeah.
So I kind of put them away, but when I got the diagnosis, I got them out. Long story short, the last month, that's all I've been running in, are my Hoka Bondi B's. And it's pretty
Orthotics
incredible.
are in there.
They are orthotic friendly. I've got orthotics in there.
But still 4mm drop,
Which,
quick filling like the Newtons. Do they feel clunky?
Absolutely, they do not feel clunky. And when I saw them, I thought, man, these things are not going to work. But I was surprised. And like I say, the last month, my foot strike, my turnover, has really been just like they are with the Newtons.
Right.
And they're so cushioned. It's incredible. And they almost put you in a little bit of a forward lean. So it really encourages. Yeah, exactly.
So you'll be able to maybe use both. As you get going, maybe back to the Newtons for speed stuff and the Hokas for long runs.
Yeah, that's
anyway, so Tom stopped by, figured we'd get a little review of the Bondis on them.
Thanks to Scott, he got me on.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it probably makes him way taller, you wouldn't even see him in the video right now. So. Hey guys, I forgot to mention just an update, talking with Tom on the Bondi Bs. The Bondi B is still the Bondi B, but the new colorways came out. And so we actually have that kind of neon yellow, and what I found is that actually fits normal, where the Bondi B that you have, the gray and yellow one in the guys, is which I have. I'm in a 10 in that, but in this new neon yellow I would be in a 9.5. And so the sizing changed a little bit, even though it's still the same shoe and it's not a, the Bondi B 3 or 4, version 5, whatever. So it's the same thing, but just be mindful of checking the colors and maybe kind of looking at sizes because they seem like they've changed just a little bit.